Hey, English 101 students, Professor Norman here, coming at you. Week 9, second half of the semester. I've got a haircut, I trimmed my beard, I'm wearing green because it's technically St. Patrick's Day when I'm recording this. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for the second half of the semester. I'm ready for us to rock. Now, couple of things, couple of little check-in type things. This week's a big week because we're getting into essay number 3, and I want everybody to do a really good job on essay 3 because essay 3 is kind of the setup for the rest of the semester. Really, if the stuff that we do this week, if you do it right, that's going to help you for every single week of the rest of the semester because it's a topic as we start to brainstorm that topic that you'll be able to carry through not just the third essay but through the fourth essay as well, doing different things with it. So obviously we'll talk more about that as we get a little closer to what that means and what I'm talking about with some of that. But just kind of keep that in the back of your head. I want you to come up with a topic that you think you'd be interested in exploring, researching, understanding in more depth, and explaining, and then also making an argument about, though we're not there yet. So pick something that's interesting to you. I've got a couple of videos and things like that posted. I've got a lot of examples for topics and things like that. And all of those things are related to things that are personally interesting to me. Now, the trick is to take your personal interest and turn it into something that you can research and find more information about in order to answer a provocative research question. But the first thing that you have to start with is something interesting. So, I mean, it's possible to do papers on different things related to your hobbies, different things related to your career. You know, you don't just have to go to the same old topics. In fact, I would really argue that you should not do the same old research paper topics, right? I don't really want to read papers about most of those things, to be honest. They're old and they're old and busted. Honestly, I've read 100 papers about legalizing marijuana. I've read a million papers about gun control, and I'd be just fine never reading one of those ever again. Now, pick something that you find really interesting, and you'll find something unique, and it'll be easier to put a really thoughtful spin on it. If you just pick something about whatever about about abortion rights or something like that, then it's going to just kind of fall into those same patterns that whether no matter what side you personally fall on for the topic, it's the same thing that people have been arguing for decades. So the trick is to pick something interesting, and that will really sustain you through it. That's for essay 3. Now, I want to take a step back to the first half of our semester, and especially talk about essay number 2, the analysis essay. Now, I'm going to level with you guys. Something happened with essay 2 that has never happened to me before. Not ever. I've taught English 101 for 10 years, over 10 years now, and every single semester, people have turned the essay in. This was the first semester that of a class of about 12 or 14 people, depending on how you look at it, only 2 people turned it in, which suggests to me that something catastrophic happened, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to be, again, just be very, very honest with you guys. I don't know if it has something to do with the pacing of the class. I don't know if it has something to do with the virtual nature of the class. Again, both of those things were the same as they were in fall, and it didn't happen last fall. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I don't know. I just don't know. So all that is to say is that I want us to all be successful. I want every single person who takes this class to pass this class, and that's not going to happen if you didn't turn in essay number 2. Just mathematically, it takes too many points. It's too big of an assignment. So I want to give you a little heads up for what we're going to do next week. We're going to work on essay 3 a little bit, but really what I'm planning on doing, and you'll see an announcement about this, you can look forward to it, is a big week. I call it Amnesty Week. Now, if you don't know what amnesty means, it means that your crimes are forgiven, basically, is what it means. Now, you haven't done any crimes, but it's the same idea about just getting a chance to to make up something, okay, with little or no penalty is what we're talking about. So here's what I'm prepared to do. For those 2 lucky souls who did turn in the analysis essay, you are free to revise your analysis essay and for a better grade. For those of you who did not turn in an analysis essay, you can turn in an analysis essay. Okay? Now, the way it'll work is that whatever you turn in next week, whether it's a revised version or whether it's a new version, that's going to be graded and averaged with your old grade. That means if you didn't turn in anything, it means that you're looking at getting half credit for it. Now, that might sound bad, but think about it. Half credit is still better than no credit. So that's one thing. I'm also going to extend that opportunity to every major assignment that we've done this semester, meaning the learning essay, essay number 1, the analysis essay, essay number 2, and then the 2 reading reflection responses as well. The first reading reflection response was over Frederick Douglass. The second reading reflection response was over Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail. I'm going to give you the chance, if you did those, to revise them if you would like, and if you didn't do them, to do them for half credit. These opportunities are going to be a once in a semester opportunity, right? I don't do this very often, but I want to give the opportunity to do it this time because I want everybody to be successful. And I think, whether it's my fault for how it was planned out or just circumstances about the semester, about the year, about COVID, about our exhaustion with the pandemic, whatever it is, I want to give an extra opportunity. So look for more announcements and information about that next week. You'll have the opportunity to revise and or submit whatever you may not have submitted, or fix whatever you might need to fix. And I encourage you to contact me during that process too. You're not on your own for it. You can contact me. You can ask me any questions about any of the assignments. Again, major assignments. We're not talking about missing quizzes or anything like that. Just the 2 reading reflection responses and the 2 essays. You can revise those or complete them if you miss them in the first half of the semester. So stay tuned for that. And of course, for this week, be working on essay number 3, the brainstorming part, getting your understanding of what the assignment is about. That's going to be huge. If we do those things, we're going to have a really successful second half of the semester. We will meet for class next Tuesday. That'll be good to be with you guys, even though it'll be virtual through Zoom. And just kind of talk over a couple of things that way as well. So stay tuned for that. Reach out with any questions. Come by during the virtual office hours. You know the drill. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay as positive as possible. Let's rock it in the second half of the semester and finish up strong.